For session A, we will talk about the general demography of our respondents. As you can see on the table, we have about 6 respondents who are 16 years old, 8 respondents who are 17 years old, 9 respondents who are about 18 years old, and 7 respondents who are 19 years old. Moving on, almost half of the respondents are male, which about 14, which makes up about 46.7%, and the rest are all females. After that, table 3 shows us that 12 respondents are 4 and 18 respondents are in Form 5. Second last table for session A, we will talk about their race. So for Malay, we have 3 in Form 4, 0 and none in Form 5. For Chinese, however, we have 7 in Form 4 and almost double with about 13 in Form 5. And lastly, for Bumi Putra Sarawak, there's 2 in Form 4 and 5 in Form 5. And lastly, religion. For religion, Islam, we have about 4 respondents in Form 4 and 1 in Form 5. Christian, 6 in Form 4, 8 in Form 5. And lastly, Buddhist, we have 2 in Form 4 and 9 in Form 5.
In Section B, I will present the table that displays the membership of PALS among the students. 30 respondents chose yes as their answer and showed that all the respondents were members of PALS in their school. Next, according to the table, there were 4 sources of inspirations for the students to join the PALS. 20 respondents, which was the highest among the 4 sources, with 54.1% chose teachers' influence as the reason to join the PALS club. Then, 13 respondents, with 35.1%, chose their friends' influence that caused them to join the club. There were 2 respondents with 5.4% who chose their parents' influence to make them join the club. Besides, 2 respondents with also 5.4% chose others that inspired them to join the club. Consequently, there are 5 frequencies of activities being carried out. Firstly, gotong royong. Based on the tables shown, students chose gotong royong to be held once a year. However, 14 students chose for the program to be held twice a year, which was the highest vote. 3 students chose for the program to be held thrice a year. Furthermore, 2 students chose for the program to be held 4 times a year, while 1 student chose for the program to be held 6 and 7 times a year respectively. Secondly, being Green Day that involves recycling project or the 3R. According to the table, 3 students chose being Green Day to be held once a year, 4 and 5 times a year respectively. In addition, the program had the highest votes from 11 students for it to be held twice a year. 9 students chose for the program to be held thrice a year. Only 1 student chose for the program to be held 7 times a year, and none chose for it to be held 6 times a year.
Referring to Table 10, 6 students choose for No Plastic Day to be held once a year. No student choose the program to be held 6 times a year. According to the Table 11, the majority of students wanted the Sayangilah Alam Sekitar program, which was chosen by a total of 16 students to be held twice a year. None of them wanted the program to be held 3 or 7 times a year. Following Table 12, many students vote for the waste product recycling project to be held twice a year. None of them wanted the program to run 7 times a year. As shown in the Table 13,
as we can see in Table 13, a large number of students appear to like the activities organized by PALS, with a total of 20 students voting yes. However, 10 other students stated they did not enjoy the events that were being held. There are 5 most liked activities mentioned among the 30 PALS students, including gotong royong, recycling, Being Green Day, No Plastic Day, and Sayangi Alam Sekitar program. Cycling activity is chosen as the most favorite activity by 8 students. The 4 disliked activities in PALS mentioned by the gotong royong, Sayangi Alam Sekitar program, No Plastic Day, and recycling activity. The least activity is gotong royong, as 18 students from the club. Other than this PALS club, students can obtain environmental awareness through other subjects learned in school. For example, in geography, science, and biology. This demonstrates that environmental lessons can be learned not just from the PALS lab, but also from our everyday surroundings. According to St. Gaynard, the majority of these labs are more interested in learning about environmental knowledge in school. This is the fact that there are many experienced environmental educators. However, some student PALS prefer that social media plays an important role in raising environmental consciousness.
The first question of Section C is about raising awareness of deforestation issues. Majority student PALS chose government fine as the way to raise awareness for this deforestation issue. For example, one opponent said that the government should have strict rules and fine individuals so they will stop deforestation. Secondly, many students also chose campaign to spread awareness regarding deforestation issues. For example, replanting the trees, less paper campaigns. Lastly, social media plays an important role in giving information about these issues. That's why some student PALS chose it. The second is about opinions of respondents to make our river clean. Based on PALS students' opinion, the majority said that we should not dump any waste into the river. This is because rivers and chemicals with garbage that can harm people. Furthermore, some students also chose campaign as the best way to make our river clean. For example, campaign Sayangilah Sungai Kita to the public so they're aware of this situation. Last but not least, a few students said that the government should also play an important role to make the river clean by giving fine to individuals that are responsible of dumping the rubbish or any chemical waste into the river. Question is about opinions of respondents of other energy resources as substitution. 7 students wrote solar energy as energy resources that can be used as substitute, and students choose wind energy while 3 other students choose hydroelectric. From there, we can see that the majority students chose solar energy. This is because Malaysia is hot and humid weather with a generous amount of rainfall all year round due to its geographic location. That is why it's suitable as other energy resources. The fourth is about practices of 3R in daily lives. 4 students wrote no to the questions if they use 3R in their daily life, and 2 students maybe, while 2 others wrote yes. The differences in opinions may be due to the students not knowing about 3R, or they knew about it but didn't apply in their daily life. The fifth and final question is about the opinions of respondents to stop open burning in neighborhood areas. We chose 3 opinions from the respondents. First, the government needs to make a strict law about open burning. One respondent wrote by reinforcing the law, and others wrote by suing the person who starts open burning. Secondly, by introducing alternative ways of open burning. For example, one respondent suggested decomposing the trash instead of burning. Lastly is by reporting it to the Jabatan Alam Sekitar or other responsible authorities to stop open burning in neighborhood areas.